let me do this thing that I'm not prepared to do as ever. You know, you just hit the button and you talk. And we will play a game where I'll go to a website and look up just crazy, weird questions, and I'll answer them. So you all can, unless you don't, or I mean, if you don't already know about the Zen, you can get to know Zen today. How's that? And we'll do it in. Let's see what kind of color scheme should we work with here. Let me see if there's something. Dawn, bubbles, dancing, glamour. I like the glamour one. 8mm is kind of fun. Documentary, no. Sepia. Ooh, silver screen. This is interesting. Here, well, watch me upon this silver screen, and we'll do a question, and I'll even invite people to, as soon as they arrive, to ask weird questions away, and I will go to some webpage here, and I'll read off a bunch of questions, and I'll answer them. Because a bunch of people have asked me questions, and rather than just answer them whenever they, email me or ask me on a video, I figured maybe I'll just do it right here. And I will wait. So for anybody that's coming into this chat in the future, feel free to scroll through to about 5 minutes in, because that's about the point that humans show up for whatever reason. And then we'll get into this. It's good to see whoever is popping in the room. Let's see here. This is from 130 weird questions to ask people. Now, it says 130 weird questions. And I don't know that, as I'm scrolling through here, that any of these are weird. And there's a couple weird ones. But for the most part, I don't know, maybe because I'm a strange cat, strange dog, a strange auroch, a strange being, that these things don't seem weird to me to ask someone. Although I'm not quite out of the four control dramas. I'm not a questioner. I tend to let people share on their own. So, I don't know, but when you get in a conversation and you're talking and then you have dumb questions, silly things to ask. We'll get into that. So, whoever's here, feel free to ask me a dumb question, or a smart question, or just something silly, weird, strange, goofy. Here's some questions. I said I'm going to wait till 5 minutes, so I'm going to wait. That way, we'll see if some people show up. Or maybe I'll go to a different site, because I don't know. These are ridiculous. Some of them. I might actually just use this, because not only are they weird questions, some of them are questions that don't have answers, or questions that they're quite frivolous, or they gave an answer to the question. I don't know. Huh? Some of this is pretty awful. I guess it could be funny. Okay. We will wait. We'll see if anybody comes through for these. I guess I'll just start with the first question. What was the last furry thing that I touched? You call a dog furry? Did you has anybody ever touched a furry? You know what a furry is? That's how many drugs have you done in the past 3 days? I don't think I've done any drugs the past 3 days. I mean, I don't think. I know I haven't. If a jogger runs at the speed of sound, can he still hear his iPod? Okay, some of these are ridiculous. If man evolved from monkeys, how come we still have monkeys? That's a good question. Maybe not weird, but that's a very good question that I've asked. How do you handcuff a one-armed man? What a stupid question. You just have to handcuff them to something. What? Handcuff their arm to their leg. I don't know. When does it stop being partly cloudy and start being partly sunny? I like that one. That's a fun one. Do they have the word dictionary in the dictionary? I would have to go with 100% yes on that one. I might have to go to a different page because these are just gonna be like, I'm like, really? Like, if this was a child sitting here in front of me, I could accept and have humor with it. But this is supposed to be like someone actually went through writing these down. Like somebody took the time out of their day to write these questions down. This is a good one. If money doesn't grow on trees, then why do banks have branches? And also, why is money made out of paper, which is trees? How many rolls of film do you need to get developed? What? What is this? Why does the Easter Bunny carry eggs? Rabbits don't lay eggs. I mean, so they gave you the answer. I don't know. Okay, I'm going to a different weird question page because none of those are cute. Let's see what we got here. Funny questions to ask people. Is cereal soup? That's a good one. Do you believe cereal to be soup? Why or why not? Yes, it is most definitely soup because if you're putting milk in it if you put milk in it that is pasteurized, it's most definitely soup because you've cooked the milk. If it's not pasteurized, then the answer is no. It is not soup. Then it's just milk juice. What is the... Oh, okay, these can be good. What is the sexiest and least sexy name? Sexiest name? Huh. There's a lot of really sexy names. It'd probably be something that's a little foreign to the English tongue. It'd obviously have to be a woman's name. A man's name is never sexy. A man's name is supposed to be powerful, and there's supposed to be something to it. And a woman's name should sound like how a vagina's supposed to smell. I don't know what name it would be though. There's so many sexy names. Maybe because I've just known a lot of chicks that had names that because they were sexy, I find the name to be sexy. But Natasha, that to me, what's up, Percy? Natasha to me comes across as like gonna probably murder you at some point. You know, it's sexy. Murder. Hey, is it sexier than murder? But yeah, Natasha's definitely got that. Like, could probably do you major harm. Probably knives. Yeah. Least sexy name? That's gonna have to be like Gertrude, or in the case of a man's name, it'd probably be something like just run of the mill, just Mark. Mark. Oh yeah, Mark. Mark. What is that? I don't know. I think it'd just be a simple name. There's nothing sexy about simple names. Johnny Guy, you were gonna go with Gertrude as well. Thank you. Yes, it is. There's just something. It definitely smells like the name Gertrude smells like mothballs. It's like cedar closets and mothballs. You knew. I already read. Hey, Percy, I already read it. I already read it. I already got it in my head. Hey, give me a second. Let me turn my AC on. It's kind of. It's kind of a little warm in this joint. It could be the fact that I have my hat on. Um. It's like cedar and mothballs for Gertrude. Yeah. All right. Here's. What's the most ridiculous fact that you know? That's way. That's a. I don't know. There's too many ridiculous facts that I know. I mean, the most ridiculous I think most people would be the fact that I know drinking piss is a good idea. What? Here's a good one. Um. Well, I went. Okay, here we go. What secret conspiracy would you like to start? Nah, that's ridiculous. What's the weirdest smell you have ever smelled? The weirdest smell I've ever smelled is a. It's probably the worst. I wouldn't say the weirdest, but it was like um old shoes. It's like the smell of a bus, like a long bus ride. Old shoes, people that haven't showered, spilled cans of soda, and just like not. It's just that's. It's like funky. Is a hot dog a sandwich? No, it's definitely not. And why or why not? No, it just isn't, and everyone knows that. It's a ridiculous question. What is something that everybody looks stupid doing? Um, what is something that everyone looks stupid doing? Man, there's a lot of things that people do that they look stupid doing it. But like there's some things people can do. There's some things people can do that they look stupid doing it, but the action in and of itself, like some people look stupid dancing, but other people can really dance. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's a really tough one. I'll consider that. What is the funniest joke you know? I know way too many jokes. I can't do that one. Um, in 40 years, what will people be nostalgic for? Hmm. In 40 years, so in 2060, I think they'll be nostalgic for personal interaction. They'll look back on like, I remember when I used to interact with humans, because everything would be like, there'll be television screens and everything would be all digital and yeah. Oh, here's a good one. How do I feel about putting pineapple on pizza? I feel absolutely lovely with it. People that think that pineapple isn't a pizza topping are are lunatics. See, now people that think it isn't a topping would say anybody that puts pineapple on pizza is crazy. Okay, go to your fromage, your local fromage monger, cheesemonger. Go to your little shop over there. They're gonna serve you fruit and cheese and meat, fruit and cheese and meat, pineapples, some ham, cracker, some jelly. It's all right there. A really good pizza can definitely have pineapple on it. I don't prefer it all the time, but it definitely can go on pizza. What part of a kid's movie completely scared or scarred you? Um, hmm. So many. There's so many of them. Anything Disney as a child will scar you. I mean, everybody's going to just say The Lion King, obviously. If animals could talk, which would be the rudest? Which would be the rudest? Probably the one that thinks they're the toughest, but then they're not. Then they're not. So what animal would that be? Wow, there's a lot of the rudest. See, like a hippo, a rhino, an elephant wouldn't have to be. A lion probably is close because it thinks it's the king of the jungle and it's really not. Um, huh. I don't know. I'll give that some consideration. We'll get back to that one. Toilet paper over or under? Of course, there's only one way to put toilet paper. That's not even a conversation. Everybody knows that. What is the best type of cheese? Anybody? Best type of cheese. Blue cheese is the best by far. It's not even. There's nothing even like. If you're making, you don't. It's not gonna go. You don't put blue cheese on a pizza necessarily, but if you're just eating cheese, oh, blue cheese for sure, for certain. I mean, I like Munster and provolone, but just to like, just dip your hands in there. Yeah. What is the strangest place you've ever urinated or defecated? Mozzarella is great if it's an actual good mozzarella, like it's it's nice and it's like a ball of it and it's yeah I could definitely deal with mozzarella. Feta is good. Feta is good. So there you go. What's the what's the strangest place you've ever urinated or defecated? Strangest place I've ever defecated? Strangest place I've ever taken a shit? I mean, I guess the woods, maybe? Strangest place I've ever pissed? Probably inside a couple chicks. They told me it wasn't possible. I proved them wrong. In one sentence, how would you sum up the internet? In one sentence? That's a lot. I could put a lot of commas in there. The internet is a strange and interconnected, like it's a bunch of fucking weirdness is what it is. That's what it is. How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant? How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant? I don't think there could ever be enough chickens to kill an elephant. I don't think it could happen. And there's too many reasons for that. There couldn't be enough chickens. What would they do? They peck at its. They're only going to be this high off the ground. If it throws its trunk around at them, you can't. I'm pissed in the back of a pickup at about 50. Yeah, I guess driving and pissing out the door while you're driving is pretty fucking hilarious. What's the most imaginative insult you can come up with? Come on, we can't do that one. That's too. I do that on a regular basis. Which body part do you wish you could detach and why? Everybody knows the song. Gotta have a detachable penis, of course. Gets in the way sometimes. What used to be considered trashy but now is classy? Trashy used to be eating lobster. Lobster was made for the, here, just eat the fucking lobster. And now it's a delicacy. So lobster, I would say, used to be trashy, but now it's very classy and expensive. Jim Riley, with enough inertia, one chicken straight to the dome. Maybe it could kill a human, and still not an elephant. You could fire a chicken The chicken would break apart into a million pieces. I don't think it would. I don't think it would damage. The skin is too thick. This the strength of the. That's an immovable object versus a chicken. I think a chicken would just fall apart. Yeah, it would have to be frozen, and I think that would ruin the game. What's the weirdest thing a guest has ever done at your house? Probably things that you would never know. But I did have one. A friend of mine. He told me days later. He would randomly just put things into the freezer. He would just like it would be a party at my house, and he would come over and he would just take random shit and put it into the freezer. And so we, the next day I'm looking for something, and I look in the freezer. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Why is that in there? How did that? And then he told me like weeks later. He's like, I was like, dude, I was like, yeah, I remember the other day I had a party. I was like, he's like, and he starts laughing. I was like, oh, you put that shit in the freezer, huh? Yeah, you can't. Yeah, don't cheat at this game. Don't try to kill elephants with frozen chickens. There's no frozen chickens here. What's the weirdest thing you've ever seen in someone else's house? I mean, it could be an action or an object, I suppose. As far as objects, what's the weirdest thing I've ever seen? Hmm. Uh, I don't consider that much dead bodies. Yeah, I was gonna go with that for you, man. Um, weirdest thing. If that has to be an object, everybody's got dumb shit in their house. I don't know. I don't know. What's the absolute worst name you could? What's the worst name you could give your child? Dick. I mean that you're pretty much you're lining them up for a pretty bad life. Shithead. I mean, that could be a name, I suppose. Brian. Brian's not that bad. Brian's not a terrible name. That's a decent name. It's not. I wouldn't put it in the good category, but it'll get by. Adolf. I like the word. I like the word Adolf. I don't know why it's taken out of the. They really fucked that up with that. You know, no one can ever name their kid Adolf again. Todd is pretty bad. Although I do know some Todds, and they are kind of todded. They're kind of fucking todded. Cornelius. Cornelius is good if you're black. If you're white, no. Donald might be bad now because Donald Trump, but Donald's not Don. Don Juan DeMarco, Donald Duck. Yeah, I don't. Donald's not that bad. Muff. Retarded. Fucking retarded. What movie would be greatly improved if it was made into a musical? There's so many movies you can make into so many movies you can make into a musical. Something that was to do with I like the idea of like sports movies, like really classic, strong sports movies that turn that into a musical because it kind of transitions good. What is the funniest name you've ever heard used in the real world? What's the funniest name you've ever heard? I don't know. Oh, here's a good one. What sport would be the funniest to add a mandatory amount of alcohol to? What would be better if all the people were drunk? I think soccer. Because it's a continuously moving game. The amount of times people would swing at the ball and miss, I think would be pretty hilarious. Wrestling, they already look like they're drunk anyways. They already look like they're drunk fighting and trying to have sex with each other. So I don't know. And there's not enough going on, you know. Basketball could be good, but it's too small of a court. I think that too many people would fall over. I think there would be too many injuries way too quickly. You know, I think that would be the difference. Ski jumping would be dope. Ski jumping, yes, I'm with you on that. You'd see some violent, violent results from really drunk ski jumping. Although I'm not really into that kind of like the kind of curling. I think you have to, I think that's pretty much you have to be drunk to do that or to watch it. It would make bowling watchable. I like to get drunk and go bowling because there's a chance that I'm going to trip. I'm good at bowling. I'm like nice with it. But I like to be drunk enough where there's a possibility I'll trip and fall. See, I think there needs to be a chance of some type of hilarious minor injury. Not like ski jumping is funny to think about at first, but then you realize people are going to really break their necks. And that's not funny. You know, like a really major injury is not funny. So that's why I think even basketball might be not that funny. There'd be way too many broken ankles. Or at least in soccer, people are just going to be falling all over the place. Kind of like they do anyways, huh? What would be the coolest animal to scale up to the size of a horse? Oh, resizing animals, that's a good question. Hmm. What would be cool if... Oh, a fucking guinea pig the size of a horse. I'm gonna go with guinea pig. Now these questions are getting really complicated. They're just becoming like... I can tell they're just like... Uh, now I'm cherry picking questions because some of these are dumb. And it's like... way too much. Yeah, now they're trying too hard. Let's go back. Random, funny, and stupid questions to ask people. Let's go try this one. Ah, if all the world's a stage, where does the audience sit? Well, that's a cute one. What happens when you get scared half to death twice? See, now these are just more like brain busters. It's little brain teasers. I want actual answerable questions. Isn't there I think hey, firstly, I think there is a drunk Olympics on YouTube. I think there's a drunk Olympics. Mm, no, this is man. I thought there would be a simple way to simple page, and I'm on page 4, and some of these questions really suck. Ugh. What do you think of that? There's a question. What do you think of that? How do you feel about burping? Ooh, maybe I'll go to one of these date sites. What questions to ask on a first date? Yeah, I'm horrible with first dates. That's why I don't go on them. So just get drunk and fuck, you know? Come on, I was just on this page. Why are they taking me to the back of the same one? Hmm. Maybe this is better. This is a new one. Have you pooped today already? Yes, I have. Have you pooped today? Um, yeah, I should probably, maybe I should have done research before this because all of these are terrible. These are silly questions. Who wrote these? Here's an okay question. If you had to remove one color, what would it be? Just one color from the world. What color would that be? Probably yellow. Edward Ciderhands. I never heard of that. I've heard of Edward 40 hands, right? 40-ounce bottles. Any wine hands? Yeah. Yeah. The only way you take them off after you drink them. Yeah. I mean, I've definitely drank 240s before. 40 in a blunt, you know, but like, because the worst part of it is when you get to the second one, it's warm, and you're probably drinking a shitty beer like High Life or something. If you could shoot one condiment from your belly button, what would it be and why? That's a really hilarious and great question. That I definitely think is hilarious. One condiment. It would either be something that everybody needs all the time, like ketchup. You know, yeah. Hey, we should eat a little ketchup. But who's gonna really take a condiment out of your belly button? So I think I would go with something I would go with something really, really expensive, like truffle. Just shoot truffles. Honey would be great. Is oil a condiment? We good. Yeah, I ain't even gotta go over there. I just move it up. Let's go. Honey would be good. I would consider honey a condiment, I suppose. Yeah. I think any kind of liquid substance would be a condiment. I think that would yeah, that passes. Would you rather eat poop flavored ice cream or ice cream flavored poop? Either way, you're gonna vomit. I don't know. They're both a pretty bad idea. Which vegetable would you pick to fight against a 10-year-old? What? Yeah, the you rather fight a cow-sized duck or 50 duck-sized cows? Yeah. What would make you valuable in an end of the world scenario? It depends on why it's the end of the world, I guess. What are you proud of but never had an excuse to talk about? That's unanswerable. Because if I don't have an excuse to talk about it, I'm not going to talk about it. Who would you want to be? This is nice. This is a good one. Who would you want to be your opponent in a celebrity death match? So it's you versus some celebrity. And it's you die or they die. Who would you pick? Man, there's so many. There's some that I would pick because I would really probably like that person to be dead. Uh, there are some Hollywood types that just seem like pieces of shit, but then again, I might not be able to whoop their ass. And if it's a death match and someone's coming out on this side, I gotta choose somebody that I'm gonna beat. I I think I think I could whoop Tom Cruise's ass because he's a midget. By midget, I mean he's like 5'7", right? So like, I'm winning that just out of that. He's definitely well in shape, but I think if we could remove Tom Cruise from the world, I think I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind doing that. I think it'd probably be an even fight because he's probably way stronger than me, but he's also a midget. So there's that. It's funny he's probably only like 5 inches shorter than me, but that's quite a bit in the real world. If you could build anything you wanted, what would you build? Fredzo? You would pick Samuel Jackson? Why Samuel Jackson, man? Samuel Jackson? Tony Blair? No, no, I think we're allowed to. Wow, really? You just fucking hate that guy. I could see why he could be unlikable, but not to that degree. And I don't know. I don't know who you are, but remember it's a death match. So unless you're really confident you could whip his ass, I don't know. I don't know. He's not a small dude, is he? I think he's like 6'1", and I think he's pretty big. I think you're gonna have a tough time there. And see, and that was my choice earlier. Even if like you got to balance how much you don't like someone with how much you could definitely whoop their ass. So I went with the 50-50. I went with the 50-50 shot. Let me go let my dog out. For back. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna do my best here to have you reconsider that Samuel L. Jackson thing, just because I don't think you're gonna win that one. Jay Marley, Adam Levine, and Justin Bieber. Is that because you're hot for both of them? See, that's two easy ones. Come on, Jay. That's two easy ones. Like, I don't really even hate either of them. I like Adam Levine, music so once in a while. Justin Bieber is a little annoying, but for me, it's not his fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, he grew up in the Disney club, blah, blah, blah. Like, so it's not really his fault, so he's not that bad. He is kind of, but if you grow up with the silver spoon and all that shit. So I don't know if I would choose either of them. I would go up the feeding scale a little higher. Oh, Percy, fuck you. See, no way. Adam Levine, I enjoy some Maroon 5. I don't care what anybody says. I'm allowed to like a couple pop music groups, and I will take myself some Maroon 5. That dude can belt some shit out. Vio. Wait, who did Percy say? Okay, I got you there. I see what he said. It is a death match. Hey, Fredzo, it is a death match. So before I get back into this next question, I'm enjoying this one. Okay, yeah, okay, whoop his parents' ass. But they're not really celebrities, so you gotta. I think this is a really good question. You gotta pick it for reasons that, like, who has done. First of all, you can't pick somebody that's really big because you're just not gonna win. So that's not worth. It's not like you immediately win, so you have to fight them. Who and if you're a dude, you pretty much can't choose a chick, even if you know what I mean. Like you could pick Ann Coulter, because that's not a chick. You know what I mean? You could you could pick Barack. You could pick Michelle Obama, because that's not a chick. That's a dude. But that's a big dude that might whoop your ass. And if you picked Michelle Obama and she whooped your ass, you just got killed in a celebrity death match against big dude, but people would still think she was a chick. Yeah, I think it's got to be size appropriate and like how horrible of actors are they? How douchey do they feel? Like, are they? You know? What's up, Siphon? Take out the bloodline though. Amy Schumer. That's a good choice, but man, she gets beat up every day in the comedy scene. Like she gets her ass beat. Uh oh yeah, and Percy. I mean, hey, I mean, I can handle myself. But like, if it's a death match, I'm gonna take. Um, do you know anything about animal familiars? No. I don't even know what that means, man. What you talking about? What's going on, Simon? Um, yeah, hand speed's gonna beat a lot of things, but you know, I don't think I would just choose a Terry Crews to fight. You know what I mean? That's not gonna go over very well. But and also Terry Crews is a pretty cool guy, so I wouldn't choose that anyways. I don't. I mean, like this dog here. I would suppose like if I'd ever read anything about it, I would say like my dog right there, pretty magic. But no, not like that, man. Oh, I get what you're saying, like getting into all of the animal portal magic, blah blah blah. Like I get what you're saying, but no, I don't really prefer to see it that way. Like it's like my dog doesn't wear a collar for a reason because it doesn't look good on her, and oh, here's a dumb question. Do you put the milk in the bowl before the cereal or after the cereal? You had a cat come into your life. Oh, you mean that direction? Oh, I know what you're saying that way, man. Oh, I thought you meant like, do you have an animal that yeah? But I hear you. Like, I got crows and shit. Like crows are my peoples out there all the time. There's definitely animals that you know. Huh, baby, lay down, honey. Yeah, and like it's like weren't you saying the other day you were reading? Was it you or somebody else reading Don Juan? Using like the sight of the geckos and all that. Oh, and you are correct, Johnny K. That's the only Joni, excuse me. Um, yeah, it was somebody else, but yeah, I mean, you know the book though. You never put the milk in before. What kind of insane person puts milk then the cereal? That's insane. Doesn't make any sense at all. They yeah, they should be put down. Like that to me is of a higher value than even the toilet paper thing is. Toilet paper, everybody knows the roll goes over the top. Everybody knows that. Not everybody does that, and I get it. Sometimes people are in a hurry, they're taking a shit, they grab the thing, put it on there, blah blah blah. I get it. But like as a general rule, it's over the top. But the milk thing, if you do it the other way around, we should probably just off that person. I don't think there's any hope for them. How big was your biggest poop? How big was your biggest poop? How would you even define that? Is it this big or this long or you ever get one that what's it called? Clearing water. You, you shit such a long shit. It gets a nice fucking whoop and breaks water. Girth or yeah, girth or length. I think is a really uh, footlongs. I actually normally have just regular human size shits. There was a couple times that I just continually ate for like 2 days, and I definitely it was way more than that. It was a heap. I've never had any big fucking like girthy shits. I think that's reserved for people that have big buttholes. What's up, Eugenie? Uh, Welcome to the conversation as we're talking about poop. Talking about poopy. Talking about turds. Shit size. How's your shit size going? What's going on with your poop today? Exactly. Oh, the VO Stephen K. Yeah, that one. That first of all, I don't think that's probably not a chick, and she's definitely not that young, and she's definitely an actress, and she's very. Oh, dude, if you want to watch a VO Stephen K. and anybody else, go check out. Somebody did an interview with her. Uh, what's the name of his channel? It's so funny. I can normally know the name of his channel, and now I can only remember his name. Uh, Wakey Wakey. Anybody know Wakey Wakey? Waki. Wakey Wakey. And he did an interview with her. They did it. It's not like filmed, but they did it like pretty awesome. It was her and somebody else, and he just dismantled everything they were saying to the point where at the end it was like an hour long interview. I can't believe he got through the interview because they're so brain dead. But at the end, the her handler and the person she was interviewing with was basically like, "Yo, we gotta go," like because they were just getting fucking murdered. Like their brains were about. You couldn't see it, but you could tell there was like smoke coming out of their ears, and they just they couldn't understand simple concepts. It was amazing. Yeah, so check it out, Wakey Wakey, and if y'all don't know, it's an awesome channel. He wrote a book years ago. Mark Knight, I think his name is. Really good dude. Really good dude. Yeah, check it out. Wakey Wakey. WAKI. So good. Uh, he wrote a book called I think he wrote like 3 books actually. But I had some really synchronistic experiences while he was like when I was reading his book. And he's flat. He knows the shape of the earth. You know what I mean. He knows where we're at, and he's done like a really long. He did a really long silent fast. He was very into Buddhism and studying of the occult nature and magic and you'll be able to tell right away in his voice. He's good dude. Mark Knight is his name. There you go. Yeah, he knows what's up. If you could have any mythical creature as a pet, what would it be? Yeah, Eugenie. Yeah. Do you know who he is? Do you know who Wakey Wakey is? Wakey Wakey. He's done a lot of really good podcasts too. Um, he used to have a website. I don't know if he's still on the same site. He did a lot of writings and shit. I forget the name of it though. Hmm. But yeah, you should be able to find everything right through his YouTube. Really good. Really good spirit. Yeah, there's a story about if I can remember the name of the book, it was the most profound thing that's ever happened in my life. And here, mine WhatsApp, yeah, Percy, of course, man, yeah, hit me up on WhatsApp for sure. Hit me up through my email, and I'll link you through there. Theoluminous, you know that. Um, So, about, let's see, about 10 years ago, maybe a little more than that, I was reading his his book. I just can't remember the name of it right now. It's a blue book. I think it's called The Trinity of Wisdom. Meaty, go lay down, baby. You're giving me the heebie-jeebies. Go lay down. Go lay down. Come on, bro. You can just go lay down. So I'm reading his book. That's interesting because I'm in the middle of the Garden of the Gods. That's where I'm living at the time, in Illinois. It's a place called the Garden of the Gods. And I'm reading a book while I'm walking through a field, because I don't know why. I don't read when I walk, but I decided that day, I knew where I was going, and I was like, I had my book and I was really into it. And so I start reading this passage. And the passage is this. It's about Mark Knight's experience reading a story that I believe was it Jung or Freud was talking about in his book about finding a golden scarab. And the book that Freud or Jung, I don't remember whose it was, in the book that Jung is talking about, he was telling a story about finding a golden scarab on a windowsill when some woman was asking about something. And Mark Knight is relaying this information while saying when he was listening to, when he was reading this story, when Mark Knight was reading this story about Jung having this experience with the golden scarab, Mark Knight had found a golden scarab. And as I'm reading this story about him reading this story about something drops into my book. And so I got my book in my hand, and I have a cup in my other hand. And I say, what the fuck? So I put the thing in the cup, and I walk up to the house that I was going to. It was my neighbor's house. And I said, would you tell me what this is in my cup right here? Because it's a golden scarab. It's facts. Facts, dude. Crazy. Landed on the page in the book. That's, like, to me, that is the most impossible story. Yeah. Like, I've never even seen a scarab. I don't know, but I just was like, what is this thing? Why is this thing kind of... It looks like... It's kind of like... It's greenish, goldish. Kind of got this weird hue to it. And I knew it was a... I was like, but how did it... I'm in the middle of the fucking... a field. And it lands in my book. Where did that thing come from? I don't know. It's Carl Jung. Yeah, it was Jung. I thought so. Hey, you guys gonna get some herbal tea? I'm gonna get some herbal pee. Yeah. Or just some wine and then some pee. As soon as I have to piss. I'll be back in a second. Yeah, that story gives me the every time. I don't know. Just thinking about it, like, it's not something I think about regularly, but whenever I'm like, I just go, wow, that was. It's like so unbelievable. You about to smoke some herbal weed. We got some herbal tea, some herbal pee, and some herbal weed. Let's go. Go smoke that shit, boy. Go smoke that shit. Do it. Do it now. So let me get back to some of these questions over here. Unless you guys can think of any ridiculous questions. If you were a transformer, if you were a transformer, would you need car insurance or life insurance? That's silly. Um. Oh, this one's disgusting. And why is it on this page? If you were in the middle of a human centipede, who would you have in front of you and behind you? Oh, is that even? That's not even a question. I'd have some really fine chick behind me with her face in my ass, and I'd have some super like sexy dude like with hairy butt. Like what kind of dumb question is this? Of course, it'd be like, hmm. See now, I'd have to choose two very like. You'd be like, oh, okay, that's Hollywood, and then but then you'd be like, oh, there's a possibility that's a tranny, and you'd be like, fuck. Like some of these chicks in Hollywood that they're yeah. You kind of like they're like borderline, like they're like hot, but they're like no, I can respect the male's figure, but like they might that actually might be a dude. You gotta kind of go, oh fuck. There's a possibility that he used to have a penis right there, and those tits are definitely fake. I need real tits in general. I don't like fake tits. I, I I touched fake boobies once. I did not like that. I was like, what is this? I was like, why are you 40? Why are you 40 and your tits are still sitting up here strong? I'm like, I was like, I was like 22, 23. I was like, honey, you're like blonde, but you got a couple grays in there, and your tits are like, why are they still sitting up all pretty? Like, I don't get it. There should be a little bit of sag to those. How much do those cost? So I don't know. A human centipede would just have to be two badass bitches. You know what I mean? I think you know what? I'll go out on them. I'll say Erica Badu in front of me. I would definitely Erica Badu. But she seems like she'd be a crazy enough bitch to do something stupid like fart in my face or piss on me. So I would kind of, although I probably would enjoy it, I guess. Um, I don't know. Yeah. So there you go. I don't know. It'd just be two sexy women. I don't know. Maybe just chicks I know that I've dated before. Spend some money. Yeah. You know, then that turkey neck. Get that fucking the giblets. All right, here's a great question. It's a really great question. If you were the opposite sex for one day, what would you do? If you were the opposite sex for one day, what would you do? You would have to do everything. If you're a dude and so obviously you're female, you would spend most of the day. You spend the first hour of the day just going holy shit, playing with your tits and playing with yourself, and you'd figure out your body, and then you would go and like you'd who wouldn't just fuck? Because the thing is, I don't know what people don't get about this. I don't care how good of a looking of a dude you are. It's always harder to get laid. Women could be, they could be homeless. Like, no, give it a shot. We'll see. Women just, it's too easy for women. It's a cheat code for getting laid. If you're a woman, like the fact that I've taken home on a scale of 1 to 10, twos. I mean, I've done, I've done some twos and some tens. It's just too easy. It's like sometimes, like, end of the night rolls around, you're a little foggy. You ain't scooped anything. None of your game is paid off. I would design a dress and paint a landscape, and well, of course, thank you. Yeah, that would be fun too. I would do what I would do normally, which is, you know, yeah. Then you'd have to go try it out. You'd be like, all right, well, shit. I've been dicking chicks down. I wonder what it'd be like if it's the other way around. How is this? Oh, that's cool. I don't know. But yeah, chicks that don't if you don't know, I don't there's a lot of chicks I've talked to and they swear they think it's difficult to why can't I get you could get laid anytime you want. You just walk in a place. Just walk into a place. Hold on. And then smoke meth and get laid by the big dicks in the NBA and NFL. Facts. That's what of course. That'd be easy. I mean, in that case, you kind of got to be a little better looking because if you're in the NBA or the NFL, you pretty much got cream of the crop. You got top pickings, and that's you probably have no real deep emotional, life with anybody, but you'll definitely get the premium Putinani, the premium. Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? What else would you do? Yeah. So there you go. So if you're the other sex, what would you do? I mean, that question is just asking for people to talk about fucking all day. We'll just finger myself and smell my fingers all day. Is that what you're supposed to say? Oh yeah, I would definitely do the lesbian shit without question. Yeah, you definitely just yeah, that'd be sexy. I can see how I get down with that. Now, here's the thing: is as a dude, we can think about being a woman and what we would do, and we'll go either way. But a woman would never be like, if I was a man, I would go fuck another dude. It would never happen. No woman is thinking that. Woman's going, I wonder what a penis does. I wonder what but as a dude, you could like, I could definitely. If I was a chick, I would definitely still tongue kiss another chick right in her queef box. Is that how you say it? Is that how you? I'm not good. English is not my first language. Are those things allowed to be said? I don't know. I've said a lot of things that have gotten my person in buckets of trouble for speaking. But equally as much, I've said some box right in the queef box. Oh shit! Here's one. If you were to ask one question and be guaranteed the correct answer, what would you ask? So I mean, I guess most people would probably steer towards history, some governmental something to do with I don't know, maybe the Earth shape might be a good thing. You know, you get a complete spectrum. The mud flood would be something. Yeah, yeah. I would be somewhere in the shape of the Earth. I think is a little less valuable to me than the mud flood thing would be. I think something maybe about the historicity of the age of the planet. Um, is this a simulation? Yeah, the original. I think there's a little too much evidence for me to know who the Native Americans were and that the Slavic people were the slaves, the white people were. You know, this is why look at any pictures from the late 1800s, early 1900s. You know, it's not in any of them. Black people, brown, Native. They ain't in any of the pictures. It's even more proof of what they were pushing. It was a bunch of but that's we ain't gonna go down that thing today. I'm just saying. What would I ask about? Maybe something about yeah, the empty cities is interesting. I'd want to know about that too. The hmm. I, I I already know the out of Africa theory is dog shit, so I don't really want to know about that. Maybe who was the first? Was the first person a one, and it was a male female combo? Did we really come out of the middle of the Mercurian pole star, et cetera, et cetera? Yeah, those are all. There's a lot of really big questions. It would be hard to ask just one. I don't know which one it would be. Oh, if your life had a soundtrack, and I guess I'll rephrase this. What album what album would your or artist would be most your life path? Like what would you if your life was a big storyline, you had to have the movie soundtrack in the back. What would it be? There's a couple that I really like that most people wouldn't think would be my choice, but let me go get my dog a couple snacks. Got some snackies, puppy? Got snackies? Got some more snackies? Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Older knuckle bear shit. I can dig it. How many people talk with your mouth full? I don't really that often. People that consistently do, I don't fuck with those people. But people that just won't, and they'll just be like, you know, you just gotta be somewhere in the middle. Talking with your mouth full. If you do it all the time, it's fucking terrible. Like, get the fuck away from me. But like, if somebody asks you something you're chewing, you can kind of like, you know, it's like when the waitress comes over. Why does the waitress always come over when you've just shoveled a bunch of food in your face? So, how's everything doing? And you're like, even if I wanted to, I can't really respond to you right now. Can I finish chewing? Can you ask me in 2 seconds? Just give me just. I see you. Do they do it on purpose? I mean, I used to wait tables. You know, I know about it, but I never like made eye contact. Like, oh, now I see that person's eating. Let me go and that way they can't talk to me. And they always come up like right after. Like I think most of them are just unaware because you'll have just got your plate sat down and you haven't even taken a bite of food, or maybe you just put the food in your mouth. How's everything? Hey, I don't fucking know. I haven't eaten anything yet. Food's in my mouth. Give me a second here. Sometimes I'll just go. And I'm like, yeah, that was just my first bite. Come back in a minute and ask me again. Well, Percy, you don't know Knuckle Bear? Medicine for the People. Knuckle Bear, Medicine for the People. Listen, go watch the video. Oh, Jay Marley. I'm surprised. I'm surprised you still fucks with me because I do once in a while. You know that I do this. You know I do that. I mean it's I have to because it get no there's no bye Jay, good to see you. I have to. I don't really have a choice in the matter. It's just there. There's no way of getting the. Would you prefer that I drank like this? Or yeah, Knuckle Bear, Medicine for the People. Hey, what's the song, Jay? The one with the horse. I'm glad I could help, man. Eugenie, I'm glad I could help with that. Yeah, Percy, look for the 10-minute song. That's the one you're gonna want. It's an epic video. It's a really amazing song. Oh, yeah, check that out, Eugenie. Aloha Ke Akua. Yeah, Black as Night. That's the one. Aloha Ke Akua. Mr. Washington Manifesto 2. Is that by them? This is how we got here. My response, Jay Marley, to that statement is my favorite. Well, it's not my favorite song, but it's up there. Is this is the play? This must be the place. This is how we got here. My response is this must be the place. Do you know the song? Yeah, yeah. That song is extra. It's really, really, really good. Yeah, Siphon. Yes. Yeah, dude. If I go out to a bar and I'm gonna play pool, and they have that on the juke box, man, that shit goes so hard. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Talking Heads, man. That is the Jimmy Jams, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know, Fire Drake. I don't know how that happened. Look at Fire Drake. He hasn't done anything good or bad. I'm good with it. I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Siphon. I think maybe one drunken night I was handing out wrenches to people when I was on a different system. Like because I know I've done a couple videos from something else, and there was a time that I knew how to do that, and I just don't know how to take that away from you. But I don't think you're gonna abuse it or something. So like, yeah, he's got a wrench. I don't know. I don't even. I think it was from because you used to come here a little bit, and maybe it was just I don't know. And if not, what the fuck is going on here? Yeah, it was probably I don't know. Fire Drake, you should, I don't know. I don't even know how to take it away from him. Hopefully he doesn't throw it at anybody. Don't throw it at anybody. Like if somebody got to get the fuck out the room, I'm happy to tell him. I think it's more fun that way, anyways. You know, just blocking someone or giving like if I gave I would give most of you here anyways a wrench if I knew how to. But yeah, like isn't it more fun to just watch me just say some dumb shit? Isn't it more fun just to watch them say something and then just me go off? See, I think that's part of the entertainment. Is this not entertainment? Gotta work. I gotta work on. I'm not trying to do that exactly. I'm trying to give it a little Ric Flair, little flair to it. Oh shit! He got a little bit of power. Siphon, that's funny. Yeah, I was like, man, am I gonna have to go walk over there and plug my computer in and just push a button and take this fucking thing away from whoever Siphon might be? No, I don't really. I kind of want to just give everyone that walks in. That way everybody can block each other and throw wrenches at each other. Fucking monkey wrench the whole thing up. It's siphoning the power. Must have the power. Let me check out. I'm gonna add a question to our into our unit here and see if we can't come to a conclusion on if you were. Here's another question that is basically the same question as if you were in a human centipede. Remember we were talking about that, a human thing, centipede. If you were a chair, who would you like to sit on you? Well, why make it like that? I guess there's something a little different. Sit on you like who you'd want to fuck or have sexual relations or make love to is slightly different, and who has a fat ass that you just want to sit on you, I think that's maybe a slightly different, because there's some chicks that just have a really, really healthy booty. You're just like, yes. Like, their face might not be about it, you know, that. So there might be some chicks out there that like, maybe I would choose that fat ass, because if you're a chair, you ain't gonna look at their face. I mean, I don't know about the rest of you, but like once in a while, like, I mean, did you see the booty? Because like, you know, it's late. Just they're looking the other direction too. This is just all. So I don't know, who got that Miss Fat Booty. Give it the sniff test. Give it the sniff test. Yeah. That's yeah. Got that. Yeah, Siphon. So he. There was a point where, you know what's funny is there's a couple of friends I knew from years ago that I haven't seen in years, and I seen one of them like a couple months ago, and I don't think that he would ever believe in a million years, no matter what, that the Earth was flat. It's pretty staunch Republican, but he did last time he seen me say, "I used to think you were fucking nuts." But a lot of things he said make a lot of sense now. I was like, yeah, basically. We just got there before we got to the end of the road. We got to the end of the race, and we're like, are you guys gonna just come on? Let's go. Come on. Oh wow, thanks, man. I did not. Yeah. I you know, knowing where we live is well different than being a flat earther. I would never want to be called a flat earther. I think it's a little silly, but you know, just having a better understanding of where we live, I think that's important. At least being aware that it might not be what you've been told. I think that's skepticism is healthy, on especially on a grand level like that. You know, you can ask people like, hey, you know the government doesn't tell you the truth about taxes, about money, about this and that. You know, the doctors aren't telling you the full on, like, there's good people, but it's for a bad purpose, but they don't even know it. And so it's like, getting into that skepticism mode is a healthy thing. It's not to make people skeptical and say everything's an illusion, everything is, you know, that's no. It's not like that. It's not everything is a conspiracy. It's not that. But, well, it actually is, because the word conspire means to work together to do something. So yes, everything is a conspiracy, but just not in the way that people think that, you know, that works. Yeah, man, Eugene, I think we were talking about this yesterday. I don't know if were you here for it. Maybe I was talking about the connection between urine, mud floods, and flat Earth, and I think those three things are huge, like to the concept, to the mind, and I think out of those three, the most difficult to get people to believe is the urine, then the mud floods, then the flat Earth. I think the flat Earth is probably the easiest to get someone to even consider, because there isn't evidence fully either way. It's pretty much certain where the realm is flat. It's pretty much not a ball. We're pretty certain of that. We can kind of, there's a little bit of leniency there. Mud floods, if you start pointing to buildings and asking people why those windows are halfway buried underground, and why this is like this, and why would they build? Why would you build a building where there's a hill? Why wouldn't you just build where there isn't a hill? Why is it? Well, how did this? And you start getting into the whole. Then they have to go, oh, that's a really strong foundational argument into reality. You know, they have to actually go, there's a physical thing sitting right there in front of your face. Will you accept this? That becomes harder for people's cognitive dissonance for them to work with. Because then, see, at least with the flat earth and the globe, they can go, well, yeah, that does sound right. It just sounds right. It sounds like heaven or hell. It sounds like heaven or hell. It sounds like God or Satan. People really believe in God and Satan? Not really, but we can just point to it. Look at that. And the cop out for people there is, well, no. We got architects and things saying like you would build it like this for these reasons. And then you got a bunch of people that really know architecture and they really know design. They really have built buildings and they know why that's not a good idea. And they would never build it that way. And then there's also the evidence of, look at all these places that have they've dug the earth out and you can see that there's a building beneath there. You can physically see it. And people got to go, oh, fuck, that's a little more insurmountable, and that causes a lot of cognitive dissonance. Then if you walk up to the drinking piss, that becomes difficult because it's literally on them. Yeah, the star forts too, man. That's right there, but you don't. People don't have bird's eye view. But then you start showing me like, yeah, that was just there for war, and there was cannonballs, and you're like, cannonballs? Does that even make any sense? Does it really make any sense? Yeah, it's tough. The star forts are gonna get people, yo. People are gonna start to go, oh fuck, and they're gonna go right back to, I can't handle that. No way. But the piss is the funniest because you realize when you were in the womb, your little dinky dong, your vaginas, you were just pissing into that placenta, that fluid, and you were drinking it and bathing in it all day, and your blood, as it's going through your system, and it's starting to make plasma ultrafiltrate, making your blood cleaner. You have to accept that that's urine, and then you have to accept that that's literally right there, right coming out in front of you. That's piss that you were drinking, that has been in your body, that is cleaner than anything that you know about. It's the cleanest thing ever. Then people have to go, that's stark reality, because it's in them. Mudflood is right there. Mudflood is over there. I can walk you to the building and I can point at it. Urine is right inside of you. Flat Earth, you kind of gotta. So Flat Earth is the easiest because it's maybe. Mudflood is like, well, that's history. I don't know, maybe not. But this is the most difficult because it's literally coming right out of you, and you just go. There you go. Have a glass of shut the hell up. Have a nice warm glass of this shit is the truth. This is actually wine, so anybody thinks I'm this is actually wine. I do, but I just don't have to piss yet. So there you go. There's the what's up, reality junkie? Yeah, Percy, go softly with the moon missions. Yeah, the moon missions are a really easy one. That's a good let-in for people, because you can kind of go, yeah, it's pretty fucking obvious. The satellites are tough for people. The gentle questions there. What do you think about something? Yeah. That's the satellites is a tough one though, man, because everything is satellites this, satellites that. You got satellite phone. How do phones work? Where am I getting this information? You know. It's pretty easy to debunk satellites, pretty easy to do, but that's another thing that's it's not quite tangible. It's kind of out there, but everything is said it's working on 5G satellite system networking, blah blah blah. Even though you can Google the fact that, you know, oh wait, no, we don't use Google for research unless it's convenient for them, right? We can go see that the under 99% of the information's coming from New York to west coast of of Africa comes on a just nice pipeline under the sea. Under the sea. Yeah, Starforts, man, are... Starforts are a really strong one. But it takes someone to be slightly interested to begin with to get them into the idea that those Starforts were not for what you think. Even if anybody knows about them. Which is, you know, if people have a genuine curiosity about the world and then you show them a Starfort, oh, they'll figure it out on their own. If somebody is just curious and, oh, that's interesting, I like history, I like architecture, I like weird shit, like, check out Starforts. That's the mudslide into the mud floods, into the shape of the earth, into everything else. Because as soon as you start going, what are cannonballs? Why do they look like that? What's going on there? That changes a lot right there. Starforts are crazy. Yeah, I get I used to fucks with Flat Earth British a lot. Now I just kind of I just like like hold on. I just like John Levi's presentation a little better, and I know that he gets a lot of his information as well from Flat Earth British. Even though I fucks with him, it's just the presentation's a little more to my liking. Tartary Nova. Siphon, what do I think the Starforts were for? Well, that's tough. They look like... I mean, when you get into some of the work on the people that have looked at it, like, it looks like they were made for, like, water to go through, and they were to push... They're kind of like channels for things, but I don't know. I've been come to much of a conclusion. I mean, I have quite a clue as to the use of cathedrals and why the shape of buildings and, you know, the windows and all of that. But the Starforts seem to be something to do with, like, pushing water in and out of places, and kind of like a... To me, they seem somewhat like a chakra in the body, and letting energy in and out of different portals. It seems like that to a degree. But, again, in different places, in different cities, those are a little different. Yeah. No one ever shot a cannon. Yeah. Yeah, John Levi's a lot of fun. John Levi, even, like, I actually said to someone one time, I was like, dude, can you sound excited about anything, man? I was like, you run a coffee shop. You don't get enough caffeine in your system? He doesn't sound high. He doesn't sound impressed. He's not irate. I don't think you're supposed to get mad. But I mean, have something, man. Like, I want to shake him. Like, dude. Yes, I get it. His voice is very monotonous and it's very relaxing and calming. But, like, there should be a little more to it. This isn't at least, like, making you want to go, what the fuck? You know, give a little bit. I would wonder to meet him. I'm sure he's fucking awesome dude. I've seen a couple of his videos of, like, him, but, like, man, like, just, this isn't making you go, what the fuck? Where are we? Like, is he just always completely high? Like, is he just stoned out of his fucking mind? Which is fine. I'm not judging. I'm just saying, like, man, where, just, dude, ugh, shake him like a fucking baby sometimes. That's how I feel. Like, dude, I don't want to go to sleep every time I listen to your video, man. I mean, you have a great voice. It's beautiful, but... Global Vision, I know that one, yeah. Static and Attic, I know that. Michelle Gibson, I don't know. Conspiracies Are Us, I know. He's really good. Conspiracies Are Us is really good. Mind Unveiled, I know. Zerdis is good. Eugenie, does he really, though? He don't got a chick. He don't got a chickie. I know he got. I know he got a dog. Doesn't he have a chick? He don't got a. Yeah, reality junkie. I just like saying that. Yeah, I'm. What's funny, Eugenie? Like, my voice is quite monotone, but I purposely get out of my monotone of just talking this way, just in a G flat, kind of like this, and because why the fuck not? Just do something. I feel like I'm talking like Seinfeld or some shit right now. Like I'm gonna comment on. I don't fucking know. Just use your voice, man. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, did he just go off into space by himself and just go, eh? The fuck, man. Yeah. Well, Eugenie, I mean, he can't live alone in the desert, literally. He has a coffee shop and it's in town. So there's people that come through. He's got to know people. He's very meditative and mellow and calm and centered, which is great, but yeah. All right, Vio. Hmm. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, off grid to, yeah, but to a degree, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I've always enjoyed being the bridge between those things. You know, the bridge between the grid and the off grid, because like there's people that want to go in both directions. You got to be the ferryman, right? You got to be on the boat to take people in either direction. Meaty, go lay down, buddy. Let me go close this door because she can smell cats or something outside. Hey, what are you doing? Come here now. Come here now. Lay down, guy. Lay down. Come on. Come on. You're being extra right now. Oh, because you can still smell the food out. That's why. My bad. Here. Have some snacks. If I leave any food out, the dog just paces around until I go and feed her. It could be my fault. I could have trained her to do that, but it's like I could have fed her like 2 pounds of meat and potatoes and the whole thing. But if there's food on the counter, which I left a sandwich and some French fries there, she'll just sit around and she'll just go in the kitchen. She'll be like, when's he gonna come here and give me this? I'm like, you just ate all the food. Like, you're not that big. I gave you more food than I could even chew and eat, and in 5 minutes it's gone. Yeah, anyways, bitching about my dog over here. Captain Kirk video is awesome. Oh, well, I'll be right back. I'm going to fill my cup back up. And I'll see you in a second. Yeah, Captain Kirk's good shit, too. Link that up, man. Captain Kirk, I know shit. Reality junkie. I just like saying that. I don't know. I'm just from now on. I'm just gonna go reality junkie. Yes. Have you ever seen his pitties? How many pitties you got now, man? Don't you got a bunch of them? Don't you got like 3 of them? Yeah, I think we were talking about that last night, maybe. That video you did, that video you were dancing and shit. Yeah, do you, hey, reality, um, do you, so all your shit, you edit it all yourself? Did you go to school for that? Or did you just, what did you say? No, I was talking to a reality junkie. How many pits does he have? He has 3, I think. Doesn't he? Yeah, 3 doggies. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Did you go to school for editing videos and shit, or is that just like you just figured it out like self-taught? Blah blah blah. What program do you use? Anything? Was it a paid for one, or do you? Because whenever I used to make videos, I tried using a program on my phone, and it was too complicated. It was too many. I needed a computer to do it on, because all the settings and shit. My fat thumbs just. It's kind of like making music on the phone is difficult. What do you uh, Cause you train them too, right? You train other dogs too, or do you like your professional dog training? Free stuff, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not that patient, man. Like I'm very patient with certain things, but with like making a video pad. Yeah, I got a video show. I think video show. It's pretty powerful. I mean, I can do things with it. It's just like after I make a video, I feel like I've done what I need to do. If my voice and me pushing a button like this and going like this, if I'm not editing this enough right now, this to me is already too much editing. I'm already you know what I'm saying? I like that. Maybe I'll try this one. This one's cool. To me, that's real. Yeah, like how long? If you make something that's 10 minutes long, how long does it take you to edit that 10 minutes? You know, to make a video that you feel comfortable with. Like, does 10 minutes turn into an hour? Does 10 minutes turn into 2 hours? You know, because could you imagine like the shit that I do? I talk for 2 hours. Some of it's complete garbage and nonsense, and I would snip it, I'd cut it out. But like a good 80% of it, there's solid shit that I want to say, but I don't want to look at. I don't ever want it to look too edited, you know. And if I'm talking for 2 hours, that's gonna take me 2 hours plus another 2 hours to look at it, and then to cut and paste and do this and add this and yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, Eugenie. No, I've seen where he lives. I know that he lives out there. I got you. I mean, I know he's out there. I was just, yeah, I'm gonna, I've tried to contact him a couple times. I'm like, dude, come to fucking New Orleans. I don't know if the pace of, like, could you imagine him in New York City or Chicago or like a major city? That would be very interesting. I would love to have a day with. I don't like New York City. Like I got love for the city, but not for the pace of life. But I would love to go to New York City or Philadelphia or somewhere and just walk around the streets, or even here, even New Orleans. Just walk around the streets with him, and like It'd be such a weird. I love the word juxtaposition. That's one of my favorite. It'd be such a really just a juxtapose him and a city life. It'd be so interesting for me. Maybe I'll try to hit him up and get him to get him. I'll do a video about John Levi, and if he can get his ass here, you know. But I don't. I think he was trying to sell his coffee shop. Maybe if he does, I'll tell him. I just don't have like a direct line of communication with him. So I'm like, dude, come here. Let me video you. We'll talk about mud floods. Walk around the city, and it'll be hilarious. Yeah. Yeah. It depends on how high or drunk you are. Yeah. No, my favorite is you stoned to the bone so many times. I love it. It's so fucking funny. Reality Drunkie. Oh, see, look at that. Reality Junkie went to Reality Drunkie. That's great. Oh, so you drunkie today? You're that quick with it? Quick-witted? Reality Junkie and Reality Drunkie. Well, it is for all of you. It's Mardi Gras season, so fucking that's this is I can't do that on camera, and I can't do that, but I can do this. This hand I do a little better. That's for everybody. That's my thing. I'm sure that I came up with that. No one's ever done that before, but that's my thing. I don't know what mudra that would be. Does anybody know? Is that a thing in the whole? As much as I've studied and I've just never looked for that to see if that's something. I like it. It feels comfortable. You know, it's not like two in the pink, one in the stink kind of shit. You know, like that one, right? It's like that one. Anyways, yeah. So it is Mardi Gras season, and if anybody wants to come to New Orleans, come through, and it's a glorious time. And I would put some of you on, like if you can get here, I got a floor, nice couch, sleeping quarters, and the only thing that will cost you better be good at pulling pussy, cause you gotta pull one for me, cause I'm not very good at that. So it's buy one get one free. You get one, and I'll just take leftovers. I'm good. Not leftovers when you're done, but don't make me work for it. That would be payment. Payment is we go out. You got a scoop. I'm just gonna. Siphon next year? You mean like 2021? Man, I don't think that. I mean, sure. You'll help me get laid? Oh, you have a baby? Yeah? Awesome. My best friend, Ami, she'll watch your baby. She's a great mother figure. How new? How old baby? We would do something different. Like if you were coming here like family unit style, like you, kid, wife. Okay. Yeah. We would do something different. We wouldn't have to do my normal idiocy of whatever, unless you needed a day off from the baby, that we go out and get fucked up, whatever. But yeah, plenty of things to do, man. Greatest city on earth. I should have worked for the tourism board. By proxy, I somewhat do. Eugenie, you've been here? Hey, Eugenie Nikolov. Have you been here? It's funny, I've never I've been to one strip club on Bourbon Street, but I've known strippers that worked at the other ones, Hustler and whatever the other major one is there. It's like I had a really good friend that used to work there, and but yeah, it's not that's not my cup of tea, you know. Eugenie, French Quarter is a star fort. Yeah, I've seen the diagram of it and shit. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. And there's a oh, Eugenie, the Bourbon. So you got the Bourbon Street, then you got off of Bourbon Street, and then you got like there's a couple around. But did you go to any of the fuck clubs? There was a place that I walked by. It was like right when I moved here, and I was like, is there really people about to go? Are there people fucking on stage in the back? They're like, yeah. Like people are. You could watch people fuck. Just sit there and have a martini, and people are just fucking right there. Okay, I guess that's what's going on. Oh, you stayed on Bourbon. See, Bourbon Street is the only time I go there is I go there once a year, pretty much on my birthday, and I put on my gold gown and I see if I can walk from one end of Bourbon Street to the other down the middle of the street at like midnight or something, just to see if I can walk down and not bump into anybody. It's such a fucking shit show. If you get off of there, I mean, it's fun. Don't get me wrong, but if you get off of that street, it's So Divine Hazel. Impossible? I think not. That's the point of me doing it. People even, I'm telling you, because I get into this fucking mode, I'm telling you that even people with their backs to me will somehow just get out of the way just as I'm walking to them. It's pretty interesting. I've been successful three out of like 5 times. Yeah, you were frightened by the fast talking locals. Yeah, yeah. Just you don't buy drugs on Bourbon Street. That's rule number one. Um, Walking into any bar is fine. Everyone's trying to offer you 3-for-1 drinks and blah blah blah. But if you just get off of that street, it's a whole different speed. It's still awesome. It's amazingly awesome. There's just less of like the crowd of every day is New Year's, every day is Christmas, every day is like it's that remember that Key and Peele skit where they were doing the where they were in the club and then they just kept, it was like when we still in the club and they're dancing and then all of a sudden they're just sitting there going, it's like day after day and they're always in the club. That's Bourbon Street. It's great to visit, man, but what's up, David Mannion? Oh yeah, Eugenie. All you needed to do was walk down to Frenchman Street. Like, you can always just sniff around. Don't sniff around. Don't do that on Bourbon. Just go to Frenchman. You'll find people that are smoking, and just you'll find what you need. Yeah. You found weed on Bourbon. That's amazing. Probably, yeah. This was in 2016, so yeah, okay, yeah. I lived there. I lived here then, yeah. Yeah. Oh, you know what you're doing. Okay. Excuse me, sir. Of course. What's up, Jimin? What's up, Jimin? What you doing, man? We're just having an afternoon hijinks. Yeah, Jimin, I was telling everyone, come join come join for Mardi Gras. It is the season in New Orleans. Parades, streets blocked off, beers everywhere. I would say it's. I've never been to Oktoberfest over there, but I think it's safe to say that it's just it's miles. Like if you've ever walked a parade route, you walked a parade route in New Orleans during Mardi Gras, and you're just like, holy shit! Just people, just packed. Horses shitting in the street, people fucking throwing footballs, kids running around, people puking. I mean not puking that much, you know what I mean, but it's just like that. It's like noon and people are fucking just out their mind. No one's working. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Oh, Jimin, you feel lonely, Jimin? I would never guess that about you. What you doing, man? You should never feel lonely. You're always with us. Yeah. Yeah, there you go, Eugenie. It's the only way to do it. Yeah. Never buy beads, man. Yeah, you gotta just go through the parade routes, man. Oh, Halloween is for the locals. Locals love Halloween more because it's not as packed here. It's a little cooler, and people dress up if it's even possible. People dress up hard because everyone here is like kind of in either service industry or movie business, and so everybody dresses up to like fucking like, yeah. Halloween is pretty excellent here, and most people would say it's better than Mardi Gras. um, there's always tourists here, but people, I don't, I wouldn't even call it, like most people that come here, they don't act like they're like, if you go to a normal city, like go to Florida somewhere, like who's on vacation. Here, you kind of like everybody's just like, first thing he goes, you from here? Most people like, you can just see they're just wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, like, it's 1 o'clock on a Tuesday, and you at the bar getting fucked up. Either you worked last night, or you're from out of town. Divine Hazel, you showed off. Wait, hold on. Say that again, Divine. You said you went to a place and got a bunch of beads because you showed off. Did you show off what was inside of your t-shirt? Yeah, New Orleans is like no other place, man. For real. It's it's like it's like no matter what, like if you're feeling sad and lonely and blue, like I don't know why, but Jimin is sounding all sad and lonely. Like here, like you could get up at any hour, like 6 a.m. Seriously, 6 a.m. You just walk on the street and be like, get a drink and find somebody that is just got off a long night of work. Somebody else is like starting their day. Somebody else is like finishing their night. And you get this weird intersection. It's like a major city in a lot of ways, like New York in that way, where there's no real off hours. Divine Hazel, I thought I was showing my teddy under my clothes, but you were showing your t-shirt. I don't know if you might be something might be happening with your spell correct, with your autocorrect. Oh, Jimin, is that why you sent me that video earlier? I haven't been on my phone, and you sent me a video, and I was like, what is he? Like you were. I didn't know if it was you spraying something off, or if it was like in response to something. I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? That kind of day, man. Just need a beer, man. Hey, I'll drink. I'll drink with you. Blues are real here, yeah, and it is for real on so many levels. And I've talked about this before, but I'm not gonna do all of that right now. But there's a reason in this city. Every other city you go to, the cop car have red and blue lights. Here, it's only blue lights. There's a reason for it. It's different. It's different. Eugenie, same in chai. Yeah, see, it's different. There's something underneath that. It has to do with the red. Eugenie, I'm not going to tell you the whole thing right now, but I will tell you this because I will. I'll give you. I've done the story so many times, but it's a long yarn to get into. But you know, there's the red book by Young, and then there's the blue book by Walter Russell, and there's the blue book, and so you have red and blue pills. There's just a connection to uh, why fire trucks are red and why, you know, what the thing is. You know, there's even in masonry there's the red and blue book, which is goes deeper into that shit, which has to do with the lighting. Yeah, it's like you go to the red light district, but then if you go to Frenchman Street, you could walk down the street at night. It's really awesome. You'll see a building that's literally yellow and then blue and then red and then orange and then yeah, right. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. You know what I'm saying? I'll explain it to you another time. I just, you know, 2 hours in and I don't want to spend 20 minutes on it. Yeah. Well, I mean that's to a degree, literally, because state versus city versus policy versus, you know, and there's also the number of places on the badge, the star, and how many points are on the star. So there's all of that, which has to do with, you know, getting into all of that. I couldn't do it off the top of my head. Like I don't remember which ones are what, but I know there's like, you know, you got the six, you got the Sharifs, which is Sharif, and then you got the 9 pointed, and then you got the, you know, there's, and those pointed stars are pointed by levels of and degrees of masonry and all of this. So, but so they're interconnected to a degree, but they're very very different. You know, you watch a Hollywood movie and you see this. This is roped off for blah blah blah, and then all of a sudden it's like, bro, this is ours now. And they're like, oh, fuck, because they got authority. You know, not true authority, but in that world. So there you go. Yeah. But that was back in the day. Black and white was squad cars with the black and white, you know. But now, like anywhere you go, there's no black and white cop cars really. Every cop car is it's pretty much white with whatever's on the side and then the colors. There's no more. That's like, I mean, think about it. Taxi cabs used to have checker cabs, black and white on the top, yellow, and the cop cars were the same cars. See, but they were black and white, and then they evolved to usually blue or white with red, so that they were working similar system, but a little different. You know, no, I hear you on the black and white racism thing, but that was built in a different way, man. I'm not gonna do all that right now. I will do that talk for you though. Just remind me about that another time when it's not 2 hours in. Yeah, Jimin, what the fuck? What the fuck? At some point, don't give me at some point. Get your ass to New Orleans, brah. And depends. If you tell me the right dates, I might be able to help you with the ticket. I might know somebody that knows somebody that knows something. I can tell you how to fly for free. I would tell you I'd let you have my bed, but you'd probably break it. I don't think it's big enough for you. It's a California king size bed, and it's huge, but I just still don't think it's big enough for you. And I think your fat ass would break my bed. Just by laying there, it would just go. Yeah, I mean, I've been through Chicago. I wasn't there long enough to, but any major city in the Northeast has wildly different vibes than cities in the South. So you got the Northeast, the South, then the West, and then New Orleans, and then Florida. It's those are the only places that really like. It's the Northeast, and you got like maybe the Midwest. You could kind of say, then the West, then you got the South, and then you got New Orleans and Florida. That's your choices. Maybe what? Jimin, get your ass here. What are you doing? Stop it. Stop. Tony Hawk, skater. Yeah, yeah. No, hey. There, if you come with your girl, just change the fucking sheets. Is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And if you do break something, just fix it. You look like you could probably make a tool like you like tool. You probably you could probably chop down a tree with your hands and build. Let me go refill this, and then I'll come here and burn on you a little bit. Where are we at? What are we talking about? The best thing about either the internet or being a comedian is you can roast people that are twice your size and they can't do anything about it. If you got a stage and a mic, you win. If you got this between you, untouchable. This is why people are like keyboard warriors and shit, man. Did I miss something here with the Tennessee? Tennessee is fun. Tennessee. Have I been to Tennessee? Tennessee. Who did that song? Tennessee. It's not Tribe Called Quest. Yeah, keyboard warriors, man. People that be really talking out their fingers. That like in real life they have no firm ground to stand on. Hmm. Yeah. Tennessee. Come on. Oh yeah, yeah. Who did that? Divine Hazel. Divine Hazel. Have I ever heard your voice before, Divine? Have we ever talked on the phone or anything? Dude, I just talked to a lot of people. I don't know. Have we spoke before? I don't think so. Hmm. There it is, right there. Somebody help me out with this song, Tennessee. Don't make me fucking look it up. I have to look it up right now. Tennessee. Tennessee. Arrested Development. Oh, check it out. Remember? You guys want to see something awesome? I don't know why, but I think I look like this right now. Oh. Check it out. Tell me I'm wrong here. Does that look like me? Oh yeah, hey Jimmy, we were talking about that the other day. Yeah. Oh dude, nice. Yeah, yeah, pallets are an easy way to go, man. Pallets are definitely. Did you put like some MDF or some board on top of it? Because that, you know what I mean? So like the pallets work. You didn't get all the extra, like, because it was like 2K, right? It was like $2,000 or whatever. I don't know about how that works monetarily for you. $2,000 is a lot, right? And American monies. So on the pallets, did you put down a flat sheet on top, or a flat board on top of that? So MDF or something? For anybody who doesn't know, that means like, what is it? MDF is medium density fiberboard or something? MDFB? Is that right? I don't know. I used to build houses and shit. I just forget all the names. But yeah, you got a futon on top of that. Did you get, how thick did you get the mattress? 8, 10, and 12. Jim and yes, correct. This is. Now I really want to do it. I want to see if I tie my beard up like this, if I actually look like that. Hold on, I'm gonna do it. Fuck it, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Because I want to. What do you think about that? Let's see. Because we do this shit live all the time. I've never tied my beard up like this before. But let's see. Let me see if I look like the Egyptian style of... Where'd he go? Little bastard. So stupid. I feel like I should be like a 1985 wrestler in the WWF. Go lay down, puppy. You're giving me the uhs right now. Ooh, you spent like $1,000 on it. So, Jimmy, to you, where your money is, $1,000 for you is in American monies above 1,000 of my monies. It's probably below. It's got to be below. It can't be. $1,000 for a mattress would be a lot. And are you asking about MDF? If you got a mattress and then you got pallets, which have usually like 1 inch or 2 in the middle, you probably want to put something on top of that. 800, 900, yeah. So you should just go and go to your local, here it's what, Home Depot, Lowe's, that kind of shit, like a home shopping store. And for here it'd be like what? Get like 5/8 inch, 3/8 even, and just put that on top of the pallets. That way that it's flat, so it's not just that, because you probably got like what, two pallets that are about the same size, 4x8s, so 8x8.
and then put those on top, because you'll need 2 of those that will fit right on top of there. Boom. And it should be just it's probably just a little bigger than your bed. So your bed is probably like, what, like 96 inches by 108 or something. So yeah, then you got a little side to the pallet. Yeah. Oh, I mean, you know, Eugenie, yeah. A grand for me. See, my bed setup was maybe like 1,200 Americans, but I did the whole thing with the bamboo that sits beneath it was fucking like 400. Stupid, but it's nice because it gives a little bit of, and then I got the whole framework and everything, but yeah, I mean I used to just mattress on the floor, but that's when I was doing that. When I have mattress on the floor, like, no matter if a chick really liked me, they're not coming back. Like, even if I gave them the best experience of their life, they're like, but his mattress is on the floor. Like, you gotta have a bed, you know. It's gotta be like an inch. It's gotta be like an inch off the ground, and then they're good. I don't know why that is. The back, hey, Eugenie. Oh no, I've no, that ruined a couple possibly good relationships. Mattress on the floor, that's not gonna. That doesn't fly. 62 by 86. Okay. So you put the thing sideways, so it's like 6 by 8 or something. Yeah. Yeah. To Eugenie, tatami mats. I think they're called tataki. Is it tataki? Yes, that's. Let me turn this down a little bit. Yeah, tataki mats. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's normally they would be in the coffee house or in the bedroom or whatever, and that's where you sit on and whatever. But you put that beneath your bed. Yeah, that's what I have. It's the whole setup. It's the whole Japanese setup. Yeah, with the exception of one thing, which is an American style leather headboard and all that shit. Yeah, yeah. It's tatami. Yeah, that's not tataki. Yeah. So Eugenie, What's your back problem? Let's see if we can fix it right now. Let me see if I can do my service. My service for the world for the day. What's your back problem? Oh, they're mad comfy, man. You just gotta make sure you get the mattress. You can get 10-inch or 12-inch mattresses from anywhere, but you gotta check out. If you're doing from Amazon or from, you gotta check the reviews, because I've had 3 different ones, and one of them fucking sucked. It got really flat really quick. It was too dense. And the other one I had because me and my friend switched. So she got the queen size, I got the king size in here. This king size is kind of not. I gotta replace it. But the queen size was a 12-inch, and it stays fluffy. And you gotta mess with it every once in a while to keep it fluffy. But it's comfortable. This one is a little denser. It's a little more. So you gotta know what you gotta. Some places offer firm and soft if you're getting a futon mattress. So yeah, you gotta look into that, and it depends on what your back problem is. Some people get back problems because they're sleeping on too soft of things, and sometimes you can fuck your back up from sleeping on a hard surface. You can't just go from sleeping on a soft mattress to sleeping on just flat. His neck. Well, Amazon. Check out Eugenie. Here's 2 things. We'll get into the neck in a second, but look into there's another website you want to check out. It's called One is called Overstock, overstock.com. I don't know if I don't know if that's European based or here based. And then there's another one called, give me 1 second here. Let me see if I can find it. Ooh. Wayfair. Here you go. Here's the three. Amazon's obviously one. Then look on overstock.com and then Wayfair. Wayfair is WAYF. I think it's FAIR or it might be FAYRE. Wayfair. And those two will have better mattresses, probably at a better price than Amazon. Check those out. I think Wayfair is where I got my good one from. But don't get the 8-inch, get the 10 or the 12. Pay the extra 100, 150 bucks. Oh, you on your phone too much. So you in here. Like you're doing, like it's like whenever I make these and you see me just go, and then I gotta lean back for a second because I kind of gotta lean in here a little bit. Yeah. Overstock in Mayfair. There you go. Yeah, check that out. You're on your phone too much. Is it full on the neck? And is it arched? Is your back arched forward completely? Like do you have like an actual, do you have an actual like physical, like here you walk around kind of crunch? Are you hunchback-ish when you're walking around? Or is it just like you sit down too much and you're kind of leaning into things? Because those are two different things, and you're gonna hold tension in a couple different places. And it could be just a tendon issue. And you could fix that pretty easy because you're gonna hold something. Neck feels pinched. Lower back. So your neck is pinched. Leaning forward. So I'm trying to do this out of my mind, like just because I haven't seen you. I don't know what you look like. I'm trying to think about this because there's going to be a couple things that are connected, and some of it you could fix with abdominal things. Some of that because you're leaning forward, you're actually, so just think about this. If you have something that leans this way, to correct it, the opposite is going to happen underneath. So you like there could be a psoas issue. Do you have any problems like sitting, like if you're laying down and when you get up, do you have any problems in your abdomen or in any of your lower extremities? Like maybe it wouldn't be as simple as an IT band, but most people have tight IT bands, but like a psoas could be an issue. That could do something to straighten your spine up. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah, somewhere. Oh, hit your hip. Okay, so here you go. So years ago, I had a problem that I didn't know existed. I played sports for years, and then there was just a while where like every morning, really like getting up out of bed was an issue because the psoas is connected behind the rib cage down into your leg. It's a really weird thing, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, why does it feel like I have hip pain? Like, inside of my hip. My hip would pop. And it'd be this weird thing. And I was just like, what the fuck? And I went and got a massage. Like, well, I used to go to this place. And seriously, every time I went, it was such a big place. I don't know fucking why, but it's really awesome. Every time I would go get a massage from someone different. So there's like 10 different people that worked on me. And they all did different things. And this one chick, she was like, oh, you have a knot in your psoas, and so she put her fingers into maybe where my like my second muscle in your abdomen, right there on the, right in there, like underneath. It's underneath the rib cage, above where your hip is, right there, and she stuck her fingers in underneath my muscles and hit where my psoas was, and the pain was fucking unbelievable. I almost passed out, but pushed the knot out of there. And then the next day, like I literally, like even though I played sports all the time. The next day, I could jump higher and move better, and there was just a knot in my psoas, which actually which also adjusted my posture, and because I did kind of lean and lurch a little bit, and my shoulders went into better alignment. So I would consider looking into getting I'm trying to figure out where it is in your back. 27 maybe. You might get the 27 maybe up here. You might meet Atlas 27 and your psoas. That would be what I would think. But that's just yeah, Eugenie, the working out is only going to tense up muscle fibers, which is probably going to give you the opposite result of what you're trying to accomplish. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, psoas trauma release is a big one. Yeah. Yeah, massage are great but cost money. Well, you could do it to yourself. There's a way to get your hand in there. Jimin, are you talking about the psoas? You're saying that's still fucking you up right in there? Man, you gotta have your girl do it, man. I mean, I don't know what you're, there's it's kind of, if you go where the belly button is, 2 fingers to the left, and then find that spot, like you'd have to loosen up a lot because you have larger muscles, so it's hard to get underneath that to get to where that is. If you're talking about that, Jimin, and for obviously, as we were just talking about the psoas, it's a major linkage point between the upper and the lower body, which also affects your posture up here. Yeah, so Eugenie, if you're in Chicago, maybe I think you might be able to go the other direction. If you can't find somebody that can do massage there, well, go one of the other routes. So you got massage, chiropractor, and you got somebody to stick needles in you and give you acupuncture. You'll probably find the best acupuncturist in Chicago, I'm guessing, because you probably got like Little Chinatown, Chinatown. Go there and ask, go and find the shop that has the people that barely speak English and try to get them to, tell them what your issue is and try to get them to tell you what else you need done. And massage to me is third in line. Chiropractor is first, acupuncture is second, then massage. But the massage is the easiest release point if it is actually a tendon issue. But to get someone that knows, I literally I went to the same place 20, 30 times, and 20 or 30 different people. Like literally, it was a really big place. I don't know why it was a college town, so there's not a lot of different practices going on. They did study different kinds of massage, but like only one of them even had the clue to even try to get underneath my musculature and get into the tendons and the ligaments because there's knots there. And that is all maybe. Are you? I was asking somebody the other day this, and I'll ask you: do you walk with your feet out, your feet pigeon-toed? Do you knock knee? Do your knees go in? That'll give you a couple clues as well. Yeah, there you go, Fire Jack. Belly button, hip bone, halfway. There you go. Yeah, man, for me, the only worst pain than that happening it was like hot fire. The only worst pain I've ever had was having a laser in my well, I don't know what was worse. It was the laser beam in my eye or the the iron filling that came out of the gun that I was working with. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, gymming on this thoracic thing. Yeah, releasing the muscles. There's a few ways of doing that, but I think a lot of people hold tension in the muscles because their posturing, their posture and their ligaments are doing too much work. Jimmy, man, we'll talk a little more, man. On I don't see you with the kind of person with like the extra like emotional pains and shit, but stress. Yeah, Elliot House will help, and the other one you want to look up is Kelly Starrett. Kelly Starrett and Elliot are probably the two greatest teachers, physical teachers on the planet. I don't think there's anybody. Here's the three greatest, and I've put this out there many times, and you can all write these down if you don't know. And there's no specific order here; they just do different things. It's Elliot Halse. Yeah, got that? That's number one. Not number one, but just like Elliot Halse. And then you have I'm trying to think of the other dude's name now. Kelly Starrett, and then what's the dude's name? He does everything on. He gets more into functional movement patterns and doing like using animals as a path to what the fuck is his name? Oh man, this is gonna kill me. Somebody want to help me with this? Because I've mentioned him before, and I know some of you know who I'm talking about. He's really, really like he's not as big as either of those two, like physically, but he's much more well versed in what FMP. Siphon, that's funny. Hmm. Hmm. Meaty, lay down, baby. Lay down, honey. Come on. Come on, baby. Good girl. Good girl. I did that to somebody once. I didn't know, but I did that to somebody once. Crazy. I mean, I've done it other times when I kind of knew what I was doing, but the first time I did that, when you hit someone's pressure point and they have like a Kundalini awakening, yeah, it was really, really fucking like I was like, what the fuck did I just? How did I just do that? Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, I'll check out his energetic stool. Yeah, I mean, I'm very familiar with Elliot Halse, definitely. Jimmy, man, see, yeah, that's happened to me because I used to do massage a little bit and a little bit of this and that and Reiki, etc., etc. And sometimes you forget to breathe and you forget to cycle energy, and all of a sudden they're fine, which is great, but you didn't release it somehow, and you're holding on. And you're like, what the fuck? Now your wrist, your fucking head, your elbow, your arm, your leg, whatever their trauma was, it goes into you. People think this shit is a joke, and it's like, you can do it many ways. Usually, I do it verbally with people. And I take on people's mental, emotional, those kind of trauma things. But if I hands-on, woo! Like I immediately, like I have friends that do tarot and do things, and they're like after they don't smoke, but after they do a reading, they'll smoke something. I'm not talking about weed. They'll just smoke. They're just whatever they got, like a cigarette or something. They don't smoke. They're not smokers. But they're like, there's a certain release that happens because it's kind of for, I mean, maybe even unbeknownst to them, it's a release mechanism for whatever pain, whatever trauma or pain or energy was on that person, and whatever the reading was, they cycled it. And a couple times that I didn't do that when I was working on somebody hands on, man, that was fucking, whoo. Don't need all that. So psychedelics through a music is really hilarious to me because on a daily basis, music puts me to a different place that I can't really. You all know it'll put you somewhere where you just go, "Are you serious?" With the how does that, like? There's nothing you can do with the feeling. It's not an emotion. Feelings don't cause emotion. They cause. I mean, for some people they cause emotion, but a feeling that you get through music, it's just like, what the fuck? And yeah, Obsidian's gonna be helpful. Yeah, that will pull out a lot of shit. Cold water. Yeah, I learned that. I learned that after all of the. It's because I'm self, autodidactic, self-taught with all of this shit. So like getting into that, some of the things when I'm doing the work on someone, like because I'm so into doing it, I will lose myself into it and forget to do the breathing, and I just yeah, it's tough. How to breathe 101 is correct. Yeah, Siphon. I have a synthesize. Do you remember that song by Outkast? Synthesizer. Since I can't even hit the note, I'm still laughing too much. Synthesizer, and I have a I got a couple. I'm gonna have to break it out for you guys soon. It's a Korg synthesizer. It's a sorry about that. What do you want, puppy? Autodidactic. Yeah. Oh, you got a micro Korg? Yeah, I got a Korg Electribe, the old red one that has it's an analog synth with the yeah, it's super nice. And then I got an old groove box. I got a well, the proper drum machine I think you'd call the groove box, and then the Korg analog synth is it's a sequencer, and then it has all the shit to fuck with. Yeah. And then everything that you hear me play on here is just a couple simple programs on my phone. And I mean, I can play keyboard. I can play the keyboard on the Korg. It gives me the option of using that as a keyboard. I'm just not nice at the keyboard, so I still gotta it's still down like I still gotta plug and play away that way to program it. I can't like actually play it out that way. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I fucking love it. For me, it was already whenever I've had a few keyboards, but it was difficult to transition from I know how to type A S D F, blah blah blah. I could type very fast, and it makes sense to me in rhythms. You know what I mean? And even a little bit of my djembe, it makes a little bit of sense. But there's something that tricks my mind back into typing a keyboard. Like. So let me think of the last person's name. I know we got completely off track here, but here's the last person's name. His name is Got it. IDOPORTAL. Ido Portal. So those are the 3 greatest physical body instructors on the planet. I don't think there's anyone better. Ido Portal, Elliot Halse, and Kelly Starrett. Those 3, there's no one better. If you could have those 3 stand in front of a room, they could teach anybody anything. To the point, it'd be like having. I mean, name the 3 greatest musicians. Name the 3 greatest. You know what I mean? It's that. It's not even close. There's not even a close second with anyone. Yeah. So you got the other one, Ido Portal, is nice. IDO, that's Ido. That's his first name, and Portal, like a portal, PORTAL, and then Elliot Halse, HULSE, Elliot, ELLIOTT, and then Kelly, KELLEYSTARRET, or STARETT, something like that. Does that make sense? And as far as chiropractor shit, there's one person that's out in LA that I followed him for a bit, but yeah, you can't really teach someone about that. Okay. We're back. Yeah, Eugenie, Ido Portal, Kelly Starrett is correct. There you go. You got it. You do not have to be famous. Well, ever seen that movie, Almost Famous? Almost Famous? It's like a Jim Morrison and somebody that used to follow the doors around. Isn't that what it was? I'm a golden god. Kelly's funny because the way he talks, because once you get used to his verbiage, because he came from a background of just knowing the language, that when he starts talking, at first you might be confused, but then you'll catch on pretty quickly. Ido Portal is more of just watch the movement patterns. And Elliot Halse brings a lot of philosophy. And he probably talks more like me than any of them. Where Kelly probably doesn't talk like me. Yeah. His verbiage is very much directly linked to his teaching and going to school for physical therapy and all of this. So he talks that way. And he's more military. Direct, like this and da. A lot of fun. But, Cats are the greatest healers? I'll have to look into that. I mean, yeah, I mean, we could use that in many different, philosophies. Certainly they can be. They also can scratch you the fuck up. I mean, there's a connection to the Kundalini with the cats, right? There's a cat connect. Yeah, you heard me, Fire Jake. Yeah, there's a connect. It's connection to the Kundalini and the vagina. Obviously, it's there's a connection there. And it's like cats around the street. Hey, what up, kitty? They'll walk up to me. I should start to grow what? A beard? I already got one. Fire Drake. It's not cats and boots. It's boots and cats. It's boots and cats. I should start my own Discord. Jimin, I attract cats like magnet. Obviously. Now I'm gonna talk shit. I ain't even talking shit. I'm giving you a compliment. Has anybody seen what that motherfucker? You goddamn you're the non-green, better-looking Incredible Hulk. Of course you attract kittens. Kittens, young or old, come drink the milk out my hand. Come have. Thor! How dare you speak to me? Fire Drake. Dude, as soon as you did that, my dog just literally, I have a Buddha sitting right there. She walks over, stands next to the Buddha, looks at me, and then bangs her head against the Buddha. Pretty funny. 23:44. What time does that make it here? Hey, look what time it is, guys. It's 4:44 here. Does anybody else have 4:44? No, that's just me. Let me go finish giving this dog snacks because obviously that's all you care about is food, you fat pig. Is that all you want in life is food, more food for the dude. Jimin, are you having an emotional break today, man? You ate a pound of ice cream. You're an emotional eater. What's going on with you? What's going on today, Jimin? You told me earlier you're having a bad day. And you said you wanted beer. And instead of having a beer, you eat a pound of ice cream. Jimin, what are you doing? It is 4:44 here. Are you having? What's going on, man? Hey, I'm here for you, buddy. I got you. I'll give you a hug. I'll give you a virtual hug. However that works. People do that shit. Let me go piss real quick. I didn't realize I had to piss till I sat down. Go lay down, bro. Go lay down, bro. Come on. Enough of your shit. Enough of your shit. I don't need it. Go lay your ass on the floor or the couch even. Do something other than look at me. Lay down. Lay down. Go lay down. Go lay down. Don't make me be aggressive, dog. The doggo is requesting and sequestering my time. So I got a few more minutes and then I'll take a little break here. have some doggy walkie time, and then I'll give you guys like 10 more minutes because she keeps staring at me with a longing eyes. Jimin, we're feeling as good as you are. How's that? What did they say in the Matrix? What did he say in the Matrix? Oh, no, it wasn't the Matrix. It was Men in Black. Men in Black. He said, honey, the world is not, it's not raining, so therefore you cry. You're crying, therefore it's raining. And what you mean by that is if you happy, sunny, da-da-da-da-da-da, that's how everybody else feels. You control the entire world. So, thus brings us to the most amazing question. Am I influencing and controlling your world? Or are you influencing and controlling mine? And is it out there? What's out there? It's only what's in here. And what's in here? You know? It's a difficult question. Because I'm one of the collective of minds that would say we influence each other, and depends on where find that happy. Is it a happy? Why do they call it a happy medium? Is medium happy? I don't know. Seems like right in the center is. There you are. Energy exchange. Let's get very high. All right, Jimin. I will participate in this challenge in 30 minutes. I'll get roasted on my mind, and I'll come back on here. So, give me 30 minutes. Let me go walk my dog. Give her the joy of the outside environment for a little while. I'll put my feet on the ground. Then I'll come back here. I'll start a new show, and we'll get fucking blasted. Pick your poison. Pick your lunacy. Pick your sunshine. Pick your whatever you need. Maybe. That's when he's. Hey, what's up, Alexandra? Oh, you got here right when I said. I'm gonna walk the dog real quick. Pick some. I mean, I'll use a few different tools if I must. But all right, Eugenie. So y'all come back in 30. We at what time right now? 4:51. Make it. Let's just call it. Let's make a good number here. Let's make it this. Let's make it this right here. You see that right there? There's the timestamp for you. There it is. 5:28. My time, which is 30. Wait, is that yeah, something like that. It's like that many minutes away. So like between 30 and 40 minutes. 5:28. It's evil. It's devious. So I'm gonna go walk the dog, and you all have a beautiful time doing whatever you're doing, and I'll see you at 5:28 Louisiana time. Not East Coast, not West Coast, somewhere there in the middle. Always will. Talk to you guys soon. Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye, bitches. Oh, hey, Divine Hazel. Yeah, I'm different on a full moon and a new moon. There's yeah. What's that in NL? Oh, Jimin, 30 minutes. Just 30 minutes. Just come back in 30 minutes. I'll be here, and we'll go into things. Maybe we'll talk about the full moon too. We'll get your mind all ready to go and have some thoughts and oh dude, we'll talk about that when I get back. All right, Jimin. Peace.